What's up, y'all? So today we're going to be doing a Let's Talk About the book, and we're going to be focusing on London and Paris again. This is part two. Now, the last time before I went on a little break, we talked about how London could not stand Paris, and I told you why. Now, let's go ahead and talk about that time that Paris and London actually got pregnant at the same exact time, y'all. Let's get okay, y'all. So we all know that London had this affair with Tony Dash. Now, if you don't remember who Tony Dash was the son of Sal Dash. Sal Dash was the nemesis in the first installment of The Family Business, as well as the first season of The Family Business. Now, ironically enough, there was the potential that Harris could be the father and the potential that Tony could be the father. Now, what I find more interesting is that if we base it off of the television show, then Harris could have potentially been the uncle to his wife's baby. That would be interesting. However, if we base it off of the book, I'm not sure if you know this, but if you've read the book, then you know that Harris is not actually Sal's son in the book. He is actually, I believe, Sal's brother. If I have this incorrect, then let me know, because I actually didn't plan on talking about this part of it, so I didn't go back and actually confirm everything, but I am pretty positive that it is his brother's child in the book. So that would kind of make him a cousin to the baby if the baby was Tony's. I'm just saying, it's a lot of crossover and all of that. That was messy. I'm just saying. So anyway, y'all, while London is going through her own little drama, your girl Paris is actually going through a similar situation. Now, we all know that Paris is always in competition with London for whatever reason, or with anybody, to be honest. But her and London they just don't mesh with each other. And it seems like your girl Paris ended up pregnant too, and she has a few question marks. Two potential fathers of her child is going to be Miguel. Now, if you don't remember who Miguel is the son of Consuela and Alejandro Zuniga. Now, he is the one that Paris ends up killing. Now, for TV show reference, if you remember, Paris goes into the room and she sleeps with him, and then she unties him, and then she ends up having to shoot him when he attacks her because he's trying to get away. Now, in the book, the same similar situation happened where Paris ends up having to kill Miguel. Now, the second potential father is going to be this guy by the name of Trevor Sims. Now, in the book, your girl Paris is seeing this guy named Trevor. Now, Trevor Sims is going to be the son of the councilman, Ronald Sims. So if you have never actually read the book, then just to give you a little context, Trevor Sims would be the son of the councilman who came to try to get LC to support him for running for governor. I believe he's running for governor or mayor or something like that. Whatever he was running for, some office, he tries to get LC to support him. And when LC doesn't, he does this side deal with one of LC's suppliers. And that's how this whole situation with him having to buy the drugs from Alejandro happens because of that move that was made. So basically, this is the son of the councilman. So anyway, they have a little thing because, Paris is trying to show her father that, hey, I can pull a smart guy just like London can pull a smart guy. She really had no interest in this guy, but because she was trying to prove a point, this is why they were seeing each other. So Trevor and Paris are actually going to end up at a club. They're going to end up having sex as well. And what's going to end up happening is that Trevor is going to end up dead as well, because there's going to be a robbery at the club and he is going to be shot there. Now, just to go a little bit further into this, since we're already talking about it, in the book, the opening scene is very different from the opening scene in the television show. Now, in the television show, remember, Paris gets pulled over with this guy that she's seen, and they had took one of Elsie's cars and went on this joyride, right? And she's being questioned by the police. Well, in the book, She also is being questioned by the police, but she's being questioned by the police because they want to know what happened to the councilman's son. They want to know if she saw who pulled the trigger. And so this is the reasoning why she's being questioned in the book. Now, for those who've read the book and have seen the television show, do you think it could have been better if they went with the story plot from the book? Or do you think that this works better with the one that they created for the actual television show? Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Okay, y'all. So needless to say, like I said, these two have had all the animosity between each other. And when your girl London actually goes into labor, Paris gets a little jealous and can't believe that she's not going into labor too, like that London is trying to have her baby first. So ironically enough, Paris ends up going into labor as well. So now these two are both in labor, of course, and families are having to kind of go one way with this one and one way with this one because they're both having their children at the same time. So I don't know. These two are just a lot, y'all. So when it all comes down to it, of course, we know that London's baby is going to end up being Harris's. So thank God Harris doesn't have to be an uncle or cousin, depending on which version you're talking about. And with your girl Paris, she ends up having Miguel's child. Now, her son's name is going to be Jordan. And now what I find more interesting is that in the book, of course, your girl Consuela not only ends up having a Duncan child, but she also has a Duncan grandchild. So yeah, it's a lot. If you are not reading the books, The Family Business, and you enjoy this television show, I highly encourage you to go and pick up one of these books. Go and check out just an Audible book. Just give one Audible book a try. Just try that first one out. And I promise you, you will really enjoy the storyline. You'll enjoy knowing all of these little extra things that have happened in this family business world, even though they don't necessarily play out on the television screen as well. So anyway, let me know what y'all think about this whole Paris and London thing, and both of them being pregnant at the same time, and both of them basically having their children on the same days, and both of them having question marks about who their fathers are. And what do you think about the fact that Consuela now has two Duncan, family members running around? So that's what's up, y'all, with the book. Once again, go ahead and get the conversation started down below. YouTube tells me that you probably will like to look at this video next, so go ahead and take a look at it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel, guys. Peace.